What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Marketing with Dev. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you guys hit those bell notifications so you get notified when I drop new videos like this. And in this video, I have a very special treat for you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys how you can grow your business, make a crazy amount of sales using your Instagram stories. Yes, using your Instagram stories alone, I can show you the exact method that I've used for myself and multiple clients that helped us reach 5-figure months alone just by using this Instagram story method that I'm going to share with you guys in this video. What we call this method is an IG story funnel. So the reason why we call it a story funnel is because, of course, it's going to be using your Instagram stories, but it's also a funnel because we lead our prospect down a journey the same way a sales funnel does, right? So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the components of an IG story funnel so you guys can get an understanding of what it is. And then in the second part of this video, I'm going to be showing you some of my story funnels and breaking it down so you can see how we actually incorporate the elements. Y'all ready? Let's get it. So here are some of the elements of a good Instagram story funnel. Now, every story funnel is not going to have all of these elements, but it's okay. But try to use as many of these different elements as you can. The elements of a good story funnel are a story, not just the Instagram story, but a story that you're actually telling to convey a message, right? Value. Make sure that you're actually giving value somewhere inside of your story funnel so you're not just asking for a sale. Having a strong hook. So it's important that we have a strong hook that's identifying who exactly we want to work with and telling them how they can benefit from working with us. Also, something that's super important when it comes to story funnels is testimonials or results. So you need to show social proof so people can actually see that you know what you're talking about and that you can actually get the results that you say you can get. Polls are super important when it comes to story funnels because not only does it give us insight on what the prospects are thinking, but it also boosts our engagement inside of the algorithm and it will allow more people to see our story, which is exactly what we want when we're trying to make sales through our story, right? So with all these new updates, with all these new social media platforms, it's very hard to get the reach from the followers that you already have. So using features inside of the Instagram stories really helps with that. And using polls is a great way to actually expand your reach further. So make sure that you guys are incorporating those as much as possible. Just like I mentioned with the polls, quizzes are also great to use for your Instagram story funnels as well. Because not only, like I said previously, you can get insight on what people are thinking, but not only that, it also helps boost your engagement inside of the algorithm again, just because it's actually a feature on the Instagram stories. And for whatever reason, when you use the features that are provided inside of the Instagram stories, they boost you on the platform and your story will be shown to more people. I don't know why, but I've noticed that. We've been testing that for a while and that is actually very true. So try making a story without a poll and then making a story with a poll. I promise you, you'll see more views and more engagement from the story that has a poll in it, right? Super important that I didn't yet mention yet is when you are going to do a story funnel, make sure that there is nothing else on your story. So if you have stuff posted from the previous day, make sure you go back and delete everything that's on your story because you want to start off the story funnel with a fresh, clean slate. I don't know why, but when you try to make a new post when you already have stories up, you will not get as much views and as much reach as if you delete everything and start a fresh, new Instagram story. I don't know why, but we've tested this several times over the course of years now, and it's true. So make sure you guys are always starting with a fresh story if you want to maximize your reach to get the most amount of views, to hopefully get the most amount of sales for whatever you're selling, or get the most amount of booked appointments, or whatever you're doing. Last but not least, when we're talking about the key elements of a story funnel is the call to action. So after we take our prospect through this whole funnel, right? At the end, we always want to have a strong call to action that's telling them the exact action that we want them to take. So whether that be click the link to go to our website to buy something or to DM you a word so you can close them in the DM, whatever the case may be, you need to make sure that you have a strong call to action and tell them exactly what you want them to do. So now let's get into some of the story funnels that I've done in the past that have worked very well for me, right? So as you guys can see, the first slide of this story funnel is a poll, right? Polls are super, super important. And I would always recommend that you start off with a poll or a quiz because like I previously mentioned, it's going to boost you in the algorithm and more people will see it. So the first one here is, where would you rather work? Costa Rica or the Bahamas? So typically I would tell you to make your polls either a yes or no question, but I was actually doing this a specific way because I was working while I was in Costa Rica and I wanted to tie all of that in with this funnel. But you guys see, people selected between Costa Rica or the Bahamas. In this specific instance, it didn't really matter which one they picked, but I wanted more people to pick Costa Rica, which they ended up doing. Now, going on to the next slide, which is another poll. So it reads, if I could show you how to reach 6 and 7 figures using Instagram while working anywhere you wanted, as long as you have Wi-Fi, would you want to learn? So this is an obvious yes. So anybody who's a real prospect of mine is going to answer yes to this question. They're not going to answer no, right? So you always want to make sure when you're doing your poll, you're going to ask them a question that they're going to say yes to. You don't want to ask them something where they might say no to, because that's going to ruin the momentum. You want to get them on a yes train, right? So you want them to say yes, yes, yes. So at the end, when you make your offer for your call to action, they say yes. We want to get them used to saying yes to you. So 2 slides, 2 polls. Let's check out the next one. So the next slide is a picture of me in Costa Rica, right? So now you guys see why I used the first slide for the first poll, which was between Costa Rica and the Bahamas, because I wanted to tie that in to me actually being in Costa Rica. So this is some social proof, right? So it reads, I was thousands of miles away from my home, exploring a tropical rainforest, but my business was still able to generate income. How? Simple, by leveraging the power of social media. Exactly, so this is a true story. I was in Costa Rica, I was traveling through a rainforest, but I was still making sales for my business all the way in another country, because the way we set up our company, we can make money even if we're not physically working. So this is an element of social proof. So this could be a testimonial or results, right? Because I'm literally, you can see the location, you see the background, I'm literally in Costa Rica and I'm still able to generate money, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do the same thing, right? So that's what I'm doing. That's the goal for this slide of the funnel. So more social proof, right? More social proof that I'm actually doing what I said I was doing. So it reads, this is a picture of me and my cousin. We're on ATVs, we're at a nice little place, we're on the beach, right? So while me and my big cousin were on ATVs, I was still able to sell my course and fill up my calendar. How? Strategy. We teach all of our clients how to do exactly the same thing, right? So not only did I already show you that I was in Costa Rica before, but I just doubled down on that fact just to really drive the point home that I was literally in another country, but our business was still able to run. My business didn't go on vacation just because I went on vacation. And this is super important for everybody to know, especially a small business owner, coach, entrepreneur, whatever you are. It's important to know how to leverage your time, leverage systems so you can make the most of your time. And now it cuts to me. Not sure if you guys can hear, but I'm just going over what it takes to make money online. And then at the end, I'm going to have my call to action, right? So
what's up, fam? So when we talk about making money online, most people think that if you just post a few times on Facebook, if you just post a few times on Instagram, that's all you need to do. It's a lot more that goes into that, and I feel like a lot of you guys may not know that. But with that being said, that doesn't mean that it's difficult. All you really need is a simple strategy that you can follow to get a desired result again and again and again. Because if you can only do it one time, it's luck, right? But if we have a strategy that we can put in place for you and you can keep doing it to keep duplicating that same result, now you have a strategy and now you can scale and grow your business, right? So this is exactly what I want to help 5 of you do. I'm looking for 5 of you. I'm looking for 5 coaches and entrepreneurs who are looking to attract their ideal clients and scale to 6 and 7 figures using only Instagram. So if that's you, DM me the fire emoji right now and we'll talk, and let's see if you're a good fit.
Many different ways you guys can put together a story funnel. There's no one right way, but I gave you guys the elements, right? You guys can play with those elements, put them together however you want, but make sure that you guys are incorporating those elements. So at the end, how I make my call to action is, I could have just done a blank screen and did text, but in this one, I decided to flip the camera on myself and record a video. But for this poll, it's actually the opposite. I wanted people to say no, and that's why I asked the question, because most people don't have a strategy to follow to get a desired result over and over, and that's why they need help, right? That's why they need the assistance. So I purposely asked this question to make them answer no, because after they answer no, I'm going to make my offer, right? So here's my call to action. DM me the fire emoji and let's help you reach your business goals, right? So everybody who DM'd me a fire emoji, I followed up with them in the DMs. And for this specific strategy, I was trying to book as many calls as possible with this, right? So in another video, I'll show you guys how we close clients in a DM, share with you our DM script if you guys want to see that. If you guys want to see that video, let me know in the comments down below and maybe we'll get that video to you. But only if y'all want to see it. Now let's check out a second story funnel. So it reads, It's a poll, of course, guys. You guys should start to pick up on some of these things, right? We always want to use polls. We always want to use quizzes because, like I said, again, I'll keep repeating this because you guys need to hear this. It will help you get more views on your stories. If more people are viewing your story funnel, then there's a higher percentage chance that you can get the conversions that you want, right? So if 100 people view your story funnel and maybe only 1 or 2 people buy, but maybe if 300 people, maybe 3 or 4 people will buy, or maybe if 500 people see it, maybe 5 or 6 will buy, right? So we need to get as many eyeballs as possible on your offer to get the maximum results. So this poll reads, if you were able to generate leads on autopilot, would that help your business, right? So this is an obvious yes answer. Nobody would say no, that wouldn't help my business. Of course it would help your business. And that's why we asked it, right? It's an obvious yes question. So make sure you guys are doing that, right? Make sure you guys are using your polls, asking obvious yes answers, because like I said, we want to get them on a yes train. I went poll with the first slide, and now on the second slide, I'm using a quiz, right? Why am I using a quiz? Because I need to understand, I want to get to know what these prospects actually think, right? So the question on the poll asks, how much does it cost to attract leads with Facebook ads? I want to know what they think. I want to know if they're already running ads and they know, or if they're not really running ads and they really don't know. So the whole entire slide reads, how expensive do you think it is to attract leads with Facebook ads? And then I elaborate, when I say lead, I mean someone who decided to give you their name, email, and phone number in exchange for something of value that you have. Now that you have them on your email and text list, you can continue to market to them in the future and get book calls, sales, etc. That was the question, how much does it cost to attract lead with Facebook ads? And the answer was, it depends if you have the sauce or not, right? Now, why would I make that the answer? Because I'm going to be offering them the sauce at the end, right? That's my call to action. I'm going to be offering the sauce to them. So that's why I made that answer specifically something like that's kind of vague, because they're like, well, what's the sauce and how do I get the sauce? Exactly. So when they continue with the story, they continue to the next slide, we're going to keep guiding them down that process. Now here, I'm just literally showing them, I'm literally going into the ads manager and showing them the results that we got, right? So we're showing them how we got leads for 83 cents, right? That's less than an Arizona iced tea, right? Crazy, right? So we literally go inside of an ads manager, showing them the leads results, showing them the results, showing them how much it costs for us to get those results, showing them how many leads we generated. So now you can just see for yourself, right? So that's more social proof, that's more testimonials, that's more results, and that's exactly what you guys want to be incorporating inside of your story funnel. The last slide reads, click the link below and schedule your free strategy session with me, and let's see how we can help you attract clients, sell courses, and automate your business with Facebook ads, right? And at the end, there's a link saying schedule your free session. So that is 2 story funnels. There's so many more story funnels that I can go through. I have client story funnels that we can go through. They do a great job as well. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to go over those 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications. And make sure you guys are actually implementing this story funnel into your business, because I promise you, this works very well for me, works very well for my clients, and people will not stop thanking me for introducing this stuff to them, right? So I'm giving you guys this stuff for free. So make sure you guys are actually using it to make some money. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.